Guys, before you watch this video, click on the link below. My new book, Ripped at 50, A Journey to Self-Love, is out now. I've spent the last 31 years amassing this information. It has the 9 pillars of health that apply to all human beings. Cyberspace, psycho chickens, it's Troy Casey, certified health nut, running for president of planet Earth in 2020. Today we're talking about 5G, the dangers of 5G, the solutions for 5G. The sky is falling, what do I do? Troy Casey for 5G. So the first thing that you want to do is just be aware that there is technology, and those technologies and electrical fields, electromagnetic radiation and pollution has an effect on your electromagnetism as a human being. We are electric beings having chemical reactions. And so Nikola Tesla, who invented the 60 megahertz cycle, he said that it's discordant energy and it's not good for the human biofield. And JP Morgan refused to change it because he had already run the wires across the United States of America. So that was in the early 1900s. And so you want to recognize that all of our electrical units are run on the 60 megahertz cycle. So you have dirty electricity. Then let's upgrade to microwave technology, cell phone communications, etc. And so the cell phone technology, if you read your insert for the iPhone, for example, or your HTC, Samsung, whatever, it's in there. The electrical fields, it's not good to have them close to your body, especially your reproductive organs or your, keeping it in one place at one time, and then maybe you get some type of issue, maybe tumor, maybe cancer in that area. Keep it away from your body. What I recommend people do is turn their cell phone on airplane mode all the time unless you're using it. And then when you're using it, you want to do things like grounding yourself, getting into the ground at least once a day. If you don't have time to take off your shoes, just touch a tree and that will ground you. You get grounded in the shower as well, and there are sheets that you can purchase to help you stay grounded and be grounded instead of getting all this wattage, electricity, fire. It's basically fire, right? And that fire is known as yang, and there's 2 forces. You want to be balancing yourself at all times. And so you want to get that fire out of your body, and the best way to do that is to ground into the earth and stay away from the electrical fields as much as possible. 5G, there is a lot of speculation. The initial research that I've done, there's a lot of information talking about how detrimental they are. And also there's levels of the 5G technology and what they want to do with it. They want to set up a smart grid. And that level of discordant energies coming into the human biofield can create all sorts of problems, especially if you look at Dr. Thomas Cowan and what he talks about with viruses and how they can basically affect the cell wall. I think it's the calcification of the cell wall, which stimulates or stunts apoptosis, which is your ability to protect against cancer and mutated cells. And so again, I'm not the scientist on this guy, but you can listen to Dr. Buttar. He talks about it a little bit. Dr. Shiva also talks a little bit about this, and I know there's a lot of controversy between Robert Kennedy Jr. and Dr. Shiva right now, but even Robert Kennedy Jr. is suing the FCC for having the satellites up there. I think they did a deal with Elon Musk. So my point is there's a lot into the idea sphere, and what you want to do is understand, how can I protect myself, and how can I protect myself moving forward. Awareness is the first step. From there, you can understand and manage and mitigate the stress on your own body. Because we're all using these cell phones. They're a tool. And like a knife, it can make a nice meal or it can kill the neighbor, right? So So, same thing with a hammer, right? It can put a house together, or it can kill someone. So these things are, tools. We want to be mindful. So again, my point is, the first step that you want to do is become aware how healthy you are. Electromagnetic radiation and pollution is a stress on the human body. This is a fact. And so you want to be aware if they're putting up these electrical fields, these 5G towers in your neighborhood, how healthy you are, if this is affecting your health, because it's one of the 7 factors of stress. And chemical toxicity in the air, the water, and the soil is another stress. You've got these 2 unseen stressors every time you wake up. You want to ask yourself, is this causing ill health? Stress leads to inflammation. An overweight body is a stressed body. And so inflammation is the cause of all disease. So you want to be aware of these and manage and mitigate them as much as possible. Obviously, having high quality food and water into your body is of the utmost importance. Getting very good sleep without these electrical fields affecting your circadian rhythms. And so you're going to want to assess the bedroom that you sleep in. Maybe, again, get one of those grounding mattresses or grounding pillowcases that you can sleep with. I've known people to create outdoor houses and sleep on the ground. So that's a little hippie extreme. I get that. But you're going to want to get some of that, right? You're going to want to at least ground out the fire, the extra electricity, wattage, voltage, that amperage that's inside of you, and you want to off-gas that into the earth at least a couple times a day. 20 minutes minimum barefoot grounding is my suggestion. Bump up your nutrition, and then just stay super aware and super vigilant, and do your own research. It's imperative that you think for yourself. And, how do you do that? So you use what the trivium talks about: grammar, logic, and reason. You use your common sense faculty, your intuition, what I teach, activating your primal instincts, getting your primal animal, the hormonal beast that lives inside of you. And you get that to function optimally. And then you're going to know, real men, this is why I teach in my men's groups, a real man knows what's on the horizon to eat, or what could potentially penetrate the perimeter of the tribe, of the family, of the women and children, right? What are the chemicals that they're putting in the food, the air, the water, the soil? What are they trying to inject in you? So that's my next conversation, is on vaccines. Make sure you tune into that. But 5G, awareness is the first step. I don't have all the data, but the research that I've done, it's extremely dangerous for the human biofield. And I already know that electromagnetic radiation and electromagnetic pollution has an effect on the human body. You can cross-reference that with Dr. Dietrich Klinghart's work from the Klinghardt Institute in Washington, Seattle, Washington, I do believe. So be aware, guys. Keep doing your research. Drink your clean water. Flush out the body. Live a cleanse and detox lifestyle. Get on my nutrition program. If you buy my nutrition program, every ultimate lifestyle transformation is 60 servings worth of food. Get as many of those as you can, just in case, hopefully maybe the power grid goes down and we get to reinvent what 5G is, or hopefully we invent technology to where 5G is not so harmful, or hopefully we activate the technology that's inside of us and the Merkaba that surrounds us, and we rise up to our own divinity, practicing the natural laws and the 9 pillars of health: hydration, sleep, nutrition, purpose. Man needs purpose, right? When you have a dream big enough, there's no need for a crisis. So what is your purpose? Mine is to create peace on earth. My mission is to raise human consciousness and change all systems: clean air, water, soil, and equitable systems for all mankind. That's what I'm calling forth. No different from the Wright brothers wanting to fly like an eagle when everybody said they were crazy, or Steve Jobs wanting to put a handheld computer in people's hands. So whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Everything in the modern world that is not natural, was created out of the idea of a mind of the man, of the mind of the God. It's all connected. Where do you think Tesla and Da Vinci and Edison and these types of people got these inventions? They tapped into the mind of God. You have that power. And so let's raise our frequency and vibrations above and beyond the hell on earth scenario that's being painted for us right now. And let's just usher in peace on earth, because that's what we envision and program our mind, which is a tool from our heart. What does the heart desire? So I'm calling forth peace on earth regardless of 5G. Be aware in the meantime. Make sure you're not living next to a cell phone tower. Make sure they're not putting those 5G towers up there. And if they do, pay attention to your health, right? Maybe they're not turning up the amplitude or the gigahertz to the highest proportions, but your sleep is off or something's off, or you've seen the guys hanging up electrical fields out there. And then what can you do for that? You can put a Faraday cage over your bed. You can get a grounding mattress. You can get some shungite, which helps with radiation, but I don't think that helps with ionization. And this 5G looks like it can be pretty dangerous as far as boiling your blood or taking all the oxygen. That's what it was. Taking all the oxygen molecules out of your lungs. That's some pretty hell on earth stuff, man, to think about. Flip that yin yang coin over and call forth your divinity and our birthright, which is peace on earth. God bless you guys.